Right, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Jimmy Flippin' Deals. This is my vlog about Jamestown Trading Company, JamestownTrading.com, which is currently back under construction. So, yeah, whatever on that. Anyways, if y'all been keeping up, you know. So, still working on that. That's a good thing, though. Let's see, where am I at today? Good morning. I hope y'all are doing all right. Y'all let me know how y'all are in the comments. I am a small reseller. I do it on the side. Places like eBay, Amazon, and others. But at any rate, I am off to the first day back at my regular job after another short week of workation. The back is looking a little better. Not a whole lot, I'll give you that, but I put so much into inventory. What you can't see is that the whole front seat that used to be full is now empty, and we're getting into the back again, which is cool. I mean, before I could not even have anybody ride with me. It was funny, Chrissy, my wife, asked if I could go pick up Jacob, my stepson. I said, well, he'll have to ride in the back. And she said, you're not serious. I said, oh, yeah, I'm dead serious. There is no room. So she let me take her car for that, which was cool. Which reminds me, I do have some things in her car, too. So not a lot, just a little bit in the back seat. But things that did run across and took advantage of. Moving along, right? The life of this reseller. Can feel a little junky at times, but there are times like this where the clearance drops down to nothing, that these piles are good for. That way I can just keep chugging along, you know. I got quite a few packages going out today, probably. I stopped counting, somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 or so, north of 10, I think. I know I had one left to put together and went ahead and went to sleep last night, which, hey, it might not have been the smartest decision, but I woke up at 2. My business officially closes for the day at 1 a.m. That means anything you don't get in by 1 a.m. I don't have to mess with till the following day, so I can kind of say same business day, right? But it allows me to say same business day with basically being a next day provider, right? But I check that box on the marketplaces for being the same business day. Anyway, long story short, I woke up at 2 o'clock and I had 3 more packages that had popped in right before 1 o'clock in the morning. So I was able to get in the rest early, wake up, do 3 more packages, and go back to sleep for a few more hours. So all in all, I'm actually probably incredibly rested, considering the fact that I've been up a good amount of time putting packages together overnight. But if I would have done it like I intended and gotten everything taken care of and then took an early night because I needed the sleep, I would have woke up and those 3 packages, I don't know. Everything happens for a reason, I guess, is what I'm trying to get to. So by listening to my body and going to bed early, my last day, that's illegal. Guy just passed me. He's got like 4 foot of 4x4 sticking out the side of his truck, not the back of the truck, like any other individual, which would have been still illegal, but at least you could see it with that, man. Wow. Anyway, by listening to my body, I got lucky, and I think luck's when God performs a small miracle and chooses to remain anonymous, right? I did. 80 miles an hour and a 55 past a cop. Let's see how that works out. I didn't hit the brake lights. Oh well. Moving along. He's gonna let me move along, I guess. Alright, so started but didn't get to the mega menu on the website yesterday. Did some more studying on that, about to lay it down. I was getting it organized in my head. I let this lady say, well, you only need, like 5 to 7 parent categories. Any more than that, and psychologically, the customer will have more than they can handle, yada, yada, yada. And so that changed in my head, because I have a whole bunch of categories, right? And some can be condensed into a main category and then, the subcategories but below it. But that kind of got me rethinking what I had envisioned, so I kind of stalled out yesterday. What do they call that? Analysis paralysis, and I stayed constructive on other things, but on that one I kind of hit the brakes. And then last night, as I'm trying to get back to sleep about 3 o'clock this morning or whatever, after I'd done those packages, I decided, well, let's look at the big boys, right? I mean, this one lady, whatever, that's trying to teach me how to do this, and God bless her for making a video, I get that. But, maybe she's not 100% right, in some of her analysis, right? And I know she's trying to couple it to suit most audiences, but I have a wide variety of things. And I looked at Walmart, and they got category after category and category after category. They didn't stop at 6, or 7, 5 to 7, whatever she said. There's no way. They blew that one out of the water, and I figure, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. So as I come back through it, I will take her how-to without concern with her personal beliefs on how it should be done. So hopefully, I don't know if during lunch I'm going to get a chance, because there's a lot going on around me at lunch. I eat out every day, and just the commotion and the people and stuff, I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to do that. I need to start bringing earbuds. That way I kind of isolate into my own world in order to knock stuff out like that, but I didn't. So we'll see how that goes. But long story short, in my off time, I'll keep building the website back beyond its former glory, right? And eventually that will pay long-term dividends. Yeah. I am here at the drop. Let me drop off my packages real quick. I did have an update about that one I sent to Puerto Rico using ground mail or U.S. Parcel Select instead of priority, like I should have. I'll be right back. All right, so back at it. The package to Puerto Rico, I should have sent it yesterday, and priority mail, it came across on the 30th. Today's the 2nd. Sent it off on the 1st, which is as it should have been. Now it's saying estimated arrival the 13th, when I think the estimated that they seen on their side was like 6. So there's a week drag in there. Now in the past, my experience has shown that ground Parcel Select normally gets there a lot faster than what it says. I sent one to Guam, and it was there in like 4 days. And I know that's the exception, not the rule, but they wanted 50% more to get it there, and that was a lot of the meat that was left on the bone on that one item. I basically structure my shipping to consider the U.S., the 40, the actual 48, and whenever it reaches past that, sometimes it can get quite expensive. But I like to service those areas. It's just as far as the shipping times. Now, if it's something, like boots or something, most of the time I set aside 15, and most of the time I can get it done for right around there. It doesn't cost a whole lot. This one did, is my point. Long story short, sent it off yesterday. It cleared Capel today, which Capel is, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know anything for a fact, but Capel is where DFW is, right on the edge. I think that's their code, their call sign or whatever for DFW, and it cleared there. So if I'm not mistaken, it should be hitting a flight and hitting either Miami or, and I'm going to butcher this name, so forgive me, but Ybarra, Florida, should land into there. right around in there, and then if I'm not mistaken, from there it catches its next leg wherever it goes, and I may be wrong, but long story short, you can get hung up in Coppell for days, and it didn't. So a good start there, right? It definitely could have gotten caught up, and it didn't, because that is a heck of a terminal there. So it's nice to see that it cleared there quickly. Yeah, I don't think it could have done it any faster, really. So it might have some chance of taking care of business the way that I have intended it. And I guess we'll just end up seeing. Long story short, I want them to get it there. I just need to make profit. It's a business too, right? So it happened one time with a guy from Alaska. I called and said, hey, it's $25 shipping that I'm supposed to be doing. They want $45 for it, man. In all honesty, that it's no longer profitable. Like, I'm going to have to cancel unless you want me to send it the slow way, which is still economically feasible. I got to come out of pocket a little bit, but not an extra $20. And he's like, you know what, man, we're so far out. And I hope this is the thought process with all of those on the outer line. We're so far out, we're used to waiting a little bit, like that's just part of it. Go ahead and send it. I got it there, man. He left me a good review. Now, I didn't do the communication with this one, in all honesty, because I anticipated in my own head, which is incorrect, it really is, but in my own head, I anticipated a possible language barrier. My past experience trying to communicate has been limited, and I just didn't this time. So that's my bad. That's my fault. But I'll let you know how it works out. So far, so good, right? But yeah, still trying to get the website back to where it was. Not going to happen this year. I gave up on that in case y'all didn't see the other videos beforehand. Kind of got hijacked from a dude on Fiverr. Took me a little bit to even get my credentials and stuff back. Even longer it's going to take to get the website back to even where it was before he messed it up. And the stuff he did looked nice, but apparently, from what Google said, he entered some code that, and I think I've got it all scrubbed up, but it entered some code that might have been threatening. So I deleted that whole theme. I'm hoping the code didn't transfer to the next theme. I hope. I know I tried a dummy theme and tried to cancel all snippets, which is the last remaining injectable code that I know of, and I'm not a computer tech. But anyway, I tried deleting every one of those, and the whole thing went bad. And so I do believe I got everything that I could find out of there. The speed score is back up to 68 or something, which is right about where it was before he got a hold of it. And it's possible just the weight of a more in-depth website makes it slow down. But from what I understand, your basic speed is graded in large part by the first page of your website, how quickly it loads. And I look at Walmart, and this is, I'm thinking true with all of them, they don't really have pictures of things per se, because those are large media files, right? They have little digital art and stuff that doesn't take a whole lot to replicate, rather than like the actual things. So in order to get the first page to load, I'm going to have to do like the big boys do, right? Monkey see, monkey do kind of deal. Like, how do they do it? And I think that's how they get their first page to load so quickly. And then by staggering the rest of the categories and stuff, each successive page loads faster, right? By rather than having all the weight under one umbrella, or one net, right? I guess would be a better term. You put a little in a whole bunch of nets, and that way each one opens up. or can support the weight, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Does this guy know what he's doing? I got 8 minutes. What do I care? But possibly by structuring it in that form, not only can I have a faster website, I can have a more engaging website, which would be a plus, right? Because, like it should be, right? But it's not there yet, and we'll continue to develop. No sales. Didn't wake up to any sales today. Now, I had quite a few yesterday. Excuse me. Anyway, I have quite a few sales today. Or, no, yesterday, rather. None yet today. Which is a little disheartening. I get so worked up on it, and I don't even have bills right now that are a result of Jamestown, but like, what is it? The new house. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I probably am. Yep. Better. Figured, hey, since I stopped, I could just cut that out of there. But yeah, like the bills on the low end for the new place are gonna be like 1,200 or so a month, a little north of 1,200. And roughly that breaks down to 40 a day. So all of a sudden, would I become money conscious when it comes to that? Am I making that each and every day? And Christmas time is not a fair assessment of actual business. Um, Now, that being said, a lot of what I have is not Christmas related. So this may actually, with the addition of multiple marketplaces, may be the new status quo of business, which would be phenomenal. I mean, if it's grown to this point, uh, basically out of season without a lot, and there are a few things that have gone uh, out that are Christmassy, uh, but the majority of it is just like a pair of pants here, a pair of pants there, shirts, school supplies right now, which is actually, I guess we're getting ready for winter semester, so it's not totally unheard of, but not what I expected. So I don't know that a lot of that is actual Christmas. A lot of my toys, I may be a little overpriced in the market right now, or just undesirable, but a lot of them aren't moving. I did have some really big ones that moved a couple weeks back, and I'm sure that those are getting ready for Christmas. I know people are starting to do Christmas shopping, but most of what I have doesn't seem to be Christmas related. So if that be the case, then I might not see as much of a downturn after Christmas, which is the way I built my business this year. I focused on everyday things, but I'll see in reality how hard that hits. I know that my inventory is increased exponentially, but my sales are fractional, and I knew that would happen if I chose to get everyday things, but that fractional compared to the exponential growth of the inventory, the fractional increase of the sales, that is a constant, and I am working on building constant business, not seasonal business. Uh, I'll build the seasonal too, but the constant every day is where I need to be in order to be successful every day. Um, yeah, that's it. I just got to thinking I may not be talking loud enough, but maybe with the truck down, maybe it works. So, other than that, guys, y'all have a wonderful day, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, bye.